I'm going to tell you the real secret, not a mystical secret, not something hidden in ancient texts or locked away in the vaults of secret societies. It's a secret hidden in plain sight, so obvious that almost everyone misses it. Here it is. This is the real secret of life: to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now, and instead of calling it work, realize it is play. Now, that may sound terribly simple, and it is simple, but simple is not the same as easy. In fact, this is perhaps the most difficult thing for a modern person to actually do, because we have been so thoroughly trained to be somewhere else. We are living in a culture that is entirely hypnotized by the illusion of time. The so-called present moment is felt as nothing but an infinitesimal hairline between an all-powerfully causative past and an absorbingly important future. We have no present. Our consciousness is almost completely preoccupied with memory and expectation. We do not realize that there never was, is, nor will be any other experience than present experience. We are therefore out of touch with reality. Think about that for a moment. Out of touch with reality. Not because we're insane, not because something is wrong with us, but because we've been taught to confuse the world as talked about, described, and measured with the world which actually is. We have become so fascinated with the useful tools of names and numbers, of symbols, signs, conceptions, and ideas, that we mistake them for reality itself. It's like going to a restaurant, reading the menu, and then eating the menu. Or like confusing the map with the territory. The word water will not quench your thirst. The concept of fire will not burn your fingers. And thinking about the present moment is not the same as being in it. So let's actually discover this together, right now. I want you to notice something. Where's your attention at this moment? Are you here listening to these words as they arise? Or has your mind already wandered into planning what you'll do later, into remembering something from earlier, into evaluating whether this is useful? Just notice, without judgment. This noticing, this bare awareness of what's happening is the doorway. You see, the future is a concept. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as tomorrow. There never will be. Because time is always now. That's one of the things we discover when we stop talking to ourselves and stop thinking. We find there is only the present, only an eternal now. Now, when I say stop thinking, I don't mean to become stupid. I don't mean to abandon intelligence or reason. I mean simply to notice that thoughts are events in the present, They are happenings like the sound of a bird outside the window, like the sensation of your body in your chair. Thoughts arise in this moment and dissolve in this moment. They are not separate from now. They are not windows to the past or bridges to the future. They are simply here, part of the eternal present. There's a beautiful Zen teaching that says, Zen does not confuse spirituality with thinking about God while one is peeling potatoes. Zen spirituality is just to peel the potatoes. Isn't that wonderful? Just to peel the potatoes, not to peel potatoes while planning dinner, not to peel potatoes while rehashing an old argument, not to peel potatoes while fantasizing about enlightenment. Just peel the potatoes, feel the potato in your hand, notice the texture of the skin, watch the peeler move, see the pale flesh revealed beneath. That's it. That's the whole thing. When we make music, we don't do it in order to reach a certain point, such as the end of the composition. If that were the purpose of music, then obviously the fastest players would be the best. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the great maestro will play Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in 12 minutes flat. That would be absurd. We all understand this about music. Also, when we are dancing, we are not aiming to arrive at a particular place on the floor, as in a journey. When we dance, the journey itself is the point. When we play music, the playing itself is the point. And exactly the same thing is true of life, but we don't live as if this were true. We live as if life were a problem to be solved, a destination to be reached. We go to school and the point is to graduate. We get a job and the point is the weekend or retirement. We work through Monday and the point is Friday. We slog through winter and the point is summer. Always, always, we are waiting for real life to begin. But real life is what's happening while you wait for real life. Let me invite you into a little experiment. Right now, without changing anything, just become aware of the sounds around you. Not naming them, not deciding whether they're pleasant or unpleasant, not thinking about where they're coming from, just letting sounds happen. Notice how sounds simply arise out of silence and dissolve back into silence. You don't have to go out and grab them, they come to you. They're already here. Now, in the same way, become aware of your body. the feeling of being present in this form, the sensations that arise without you having to do anything about them. Warmth or coolness, heaviness or lightness, tension or relaxation. Just as sounds arise by themselves, sensations arise by themselves. You're not doing your sensations, they're happening. And now, if you can include your thoughts in this awareness, not struggling with them, not trying to stop them or change them, just noticing that thoughts too arise, unbidden, spontaneous. Where do they come from? If you watch carefully, you'll notice that you don't think your thoughts. Not really. You don't decide, now I shall think about elephants. The thought of elephants simply appears. Thoughts, like sounds and sensations, are events in this eternal present moment. And who is it that's aware of all this? Who is watching? Here's the extraordinary thing. When you look for the watcher, you can't find anyone there. There's just watching, just awareness, open, spacious, present. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. And yet, everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. We rush because we believe there's somewhere else to be, something more important to achieve, someone better to become. But this right here, right now, is the destination. You have arrived. In fact, you never left. Meditation, you see, is the discovery that the point of life is always arrived at in the immediate moment. And therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive to improve your mind, to improve your character, to become more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future, and you are not meditating. Real meditation has no goal. Or rather, the goal is completely present in every moment of the practice, just as the goal of music is present in every note, just as the goal of dancing is present in every step. This is not about achieving a blank mind. It's not about entering some special state. It's simply about noticing that you are already here, that this is already it. The secret has been revealed. The answer has been given. And it was never hidden anywhere but in your constant overlooking of the obvious. Let's go a little deeper together. There is only this now. It does not come from anywhere. It is not going anywhere. It is not permanent, but it is not impermanent either. Though moving, it is always still. When we try to catch it, it seems to run away, and yet it is always here, and there is no escape from it. The present moment is not a narrow slit between past and future. It's not an infinitesimal hairline, even though that's how we often experience it. When you actually settle into it, you discover that now is vast, eternal, boundless. All of time exists within this now. The past is a memory occurring now. The future is an imagination happening now. There is only now, and now, and now. We keep counting time. We have the sensation that time is running out, and we bug ourselves with this. But time is nothing but an abstract measure of motion. We are living in an eternal now. I'd like you to just rest here for a moment, not going anywhere, not seeking anything, just present, just aware, just alive. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Hear whatever sounds are happening. This is it. This moment exactly as it is the whole point. Not tomorrow, not when you achieve your goals, not when you finally understand. Now. You see, we are always seeking something called happiness, and we imagine it's somewhere else, in the future, when conditions are right. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll be happy when I find the right partner. I'll be happy when I finally have enough money. But if happiness always depends on something expected in the future, we are chasing a will-o'-the-wisp that ever eludes our grasp until the future, and ourselves, vanish into the abyss of death. The only place happiness can be found is here. The only time it can be found is now. This doesn't mean you should have no goals. It doesn't mean you should abandon planning or purpose. It means that the art of living is neither careless drifting on the one hand, nor fearful clinging to the past on the other. It consists in being sensitive to each moment, in regarding it as utterly new and unique, in having the mind open and wholly receptive. You can plan for the future and be completely here. You can remember the past and be completely here. Because planning and remembering are things that happen now. The question is, are you here for them or are you lost in them? So here, at the end of our time together, I want to leave you with this invitation. For the next few moments and perhaps for the rest of your day, see if you can let this be enough. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, let it be enough, not as a spiritual achievement, not as a technique for enlightenment, but because it actually is enough. It always was. When you wash dishes, just wash dishes. When you walk, just walk. When you listen, just listen. The secret is hiding everywhere. In the ordinary, in the mundane, in the things you've been overlooking in your rush to get somewhere else. This cup of tea, this shaft of light, this breath. This is the real secret. You are already home. You have always been home. You just forgot to notice. So, notice.